So for this lesson, we are going to really apply combination of geometric transformations. Let's review the first transformation that we learned about, and that was translation. A translation is a movement to the right or to the left, and remember that this affects the x-axis or the x part of a coordinate. Translation can also move up, or it could also move down, which affects the y-axis or the y part of the coordinate. We also learn about reflections, which creates congruent figures. Remember that word congruency. And you have to have a line of symmetry. And so our two lines of symmetry that we learned about were the x-axis, which is this example right here, taking our original image A and reflecting it over our line of symmetry to create our new figure. And then we also did line of reflections across the y-axis. Our third type of transformation, still creating a congruent figure, was rotations. We learned how to do rotations throughout the origin. We learned about rotations going clockwise. We also applied rotations going counterclockwise. And we did several types of rotations. We did 90-degree rotations, which is going from quadrant to quadrant. We also did 180 rotations, which is rotating 2 quadrants, and then 270 rotations, which is rotating it 3 quadrants away. And obviously 360 would land you back into your pre-image spot. The last type of transformation that we learned about was called dilation. And remember, we were creating similar figures. We used scale factors and ratios to either enlarge or reduce images. Are you ready to test your geometric transformation knowledge over this unit? You can utilize any of your resources that we've used in class. Your blue graphic organizer would be a great resource to help you with these next two activities. Notes and homework will also be really helpful. Are you ready? Our first interactive activity to help review this unit is called Combination of Geometric Transformations. This is a Desmo activity. I will give you the class code in just a second, but I'm going to kind of preview what you're going to be doing for this interactive class activity. Once you opt in, there's going to be a series of questions. The first one starting with a basic overview of listing the types of geometric transformations that we have learned about. You will practice some of the transformations directly through Desmos by writing in the new coordinates after performing the following transformations. So for this first example, translate the figure down 3 and to the right 4. You can do it visually by counting, or you can do the method that we learned about by subtracting or adding to the x part of the coordinate or the y part of the coordinate. Okay, I gave you the first coordinate, first hint here. So remember, if you're translating the figure down, that is going to affect the y part of the coordinate. Down is going to be subtracting. So I did 6 minus 3, and that's how I got 3 down here. To the right 4 would be adding 4 to your x part of your coordinate. So I added 4 to 3, and that's how I got 7. And so here would be our new coordinate using that translation. Now you're going to have to do it for all of these though. You will also have to perform some reflections. You will do some rotations, very specifically 90 degrees, counterclockwise, so use your graphic organizer to help. You will do some dilations with very specific scale factors. And remember, whatever the scale factor is, whether it's a whole number or a fraction or decimal, you always multiply every part of the original coordinates to get the new image. Then there's going to be some multi-step transformations. These get a little tricky. I will be able to see through my teacher dashboard how you're doing, and if you feel like you're getting stuck, I can come around and help you individually, or you can ask questions at your table. You might be wondering, what am I supposed to do once I finish this geometric transformation Desmos activity? You may have to go back to this portion of the video to kind of go over the instructions, but this is also what I'm going to assign for homework. It's kind of fun. It's a little bit of a review game. I have this posted on my Google Classroom, but this is the website, calculationnation.ntcm.org. Once you get to this page, you're going to go to Guest Pass. Scroll all the way down to Flip and Slide. So first I'll be asked to modify your triangle. Create any sort of triangle shape that you would like to start out with. From there, the goal is to perform up to 4 different transformations in order for your vertices to land on either a ladybug or a little lightning bug, and that's how you collect points. So for example, if I wanted to move my vertice, or translate, I should say, vertice A 1 spot to the left in order to collect this lightning bug, obviously all of your vertices would move to the left, and in fact, vertice C would collect this ladybug. So you go up to your tools up here, and so we're moving it to the left, and so that would be an X translation. You can change it from the right to the left. I want to move it just 1 unit, and go. Hey students, go to student.desmos.com and type in, you may want to write this down, here is our class code to do our first Desmos interactive activity to review transformations. And then once you're finished with that, you can go to Calculation Nation to play the geometric transformation kind of bug review game.